So today we appeared on our argument for the motion to dismiss. This is a motion to dismiss the charges that are unjustly brought against Eric Slater. Eric was fighting for union democracy. He was fighting and campaigning for president of the ATU 241 when he was unjustly arrested. We brought a motion to dismiss filed by our prior counsel, Jim Fenerty. We had previously to today filed what was called a supplement to that motion, giving additional case law, including United States Supreme Court cases, saying that the right to picket and to engage in union activity is protected by the First Amendment, and that the state cannot use trespass laws to unjustly prosecute people for engaging in First Amendment protected activity and union organizing that is protected by Illinois labor law. However, the judge had not read the supplement that we had filed yet and had asked for another date. So we are now scheduled to come back on April 5th, and on April 5th we'll be having oral arguments. We'll be arguing this motion to dismiss. We're on behalf of People's Law Office. My name is Brad Thompson. This is Hakeem Mohammed, representing Eric Slater.
Okay, I'm just going to introduce the situation. Thank you, Brad, and everyone else has fought so hard. Repeatedly, people have come back again and again and again, and the legal system sometimes goes pretty slow. They say, let's continue. So I want to thank everyone who's coming out here and the people who could not make it as well supported. So what is this about? First of all, my name is Eric Slater. I've been elected as a shop steward and executive board member for the Amalgamated Transit Union Local 241 for 3 terms out of the North Park bus garage, about 600 families who drive the CTA buses, but also we're part of this organization, which is really a powerful, potentially powerful organization of 10,000 families of Pace Suburban, Chicago Transit Authority, frontline workers, maintenance workers, and bus operators, etc., and office workers. And we have an organization which we can stand up with. When we're talking about the crisis of public transportation, of the buses and trains not coming frequently enough, the violence that's facing passengers and frontline workers, which is very serious right now. And we need to have an organization of workers that is strong, that is not beholden to management, not controlled by management and really the city administration for a long time. So one of the things some of workers like myself and others were trying to, and still are trying to, reform our organization so it's a rank and file controlled organization that's actually fighting for the interests of working people generally, which includes good public transportation. So during the campaign, the day before the election, the Chicago Transit Authority management worked close, called the Chicago police and had me arrested and put into jail the day before, and they said they trumped up charges that I was a fired worker. Why was I fired? Because as an executive board member, when George Floyd was murdered, and there was so many protests, important protests against police violence in the Chicago region, really around the world, I asked my coworkers, do you feel safe driving these police shuttles? The management came out and said, we're going to fire you on the spot for leading a wildcat strike. And they did. And we're fighting that. And again, it's taking a long time in the legal system. We're fighting to get back to work on that. But this case right here, when they have the gall to say that I'm trespassing on a private place, this is the Chicago Transit Authority break room where we take our lunches, where we talk about anything, politics, everything. We play cards and bring our kids there. Well, that's where they arrested me in front of my coworkers, put me in shackles, put me in jail. This is an attack on workers' rights to have freedom of speech at the workplace. It's an attack on the workers' rights to have internal elections inside our organizations, independent from management and the city or the state. And so what we were trying to do is defend future leaders, not just myself, but anybody who's going to be attacked by management and them saying, well, you can't be on our property, during your election, we're going to put you in jail for doing this. So this is the importance of this. It looks like a lot of work has been done by social justice fighters. I think we're going to win this fight. We just need to stick with it. Thank you everyone for coming out. I would hope that some other coworkers can speak. You want to speak next?
Sure. My name's Steve Eckhart. I'm a member of ATU Local 308 for 37 years. I think exactly what Brother Eric said is right on the money. It's really important. We strongly encourage people to come out on April 5th, the next go-round here at 555 West Harrison Street, April 5th. It's essential that we have the right to run our own unions, the right to have union democracy, and that we all stand together to prevent the person running for president of the local being taken off the property in handcuffs. So let's stand together, our strength in unity. Thank you.
Pam, you want to say something?
Okay. I'm Pam Goffin. I'm a 11-year ATU member. I'm retired currently. I'm here to support Eric because the actions that were taken by CTA management just highlights the fact that they do not want a strong union for CTA or for PACE. Pulling him off the property was an illegal act. He was in union capacity to be there, and I just find that we need to stand up to that. Chicago will not move without CTA, and the union will not move without good leadership, which is what Eric would be bringing. So I'm hoping people will come on April 4th, right?
Yes.
April 5th.
8:30 a.m.
And support this. We need to be behind this movement. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Soleil. I'm here with Jason as part of the Fix the CTA campaign for Chicago Democratic Socialists of America. And we're here today because we know that the working conditions of CTA workers are our riding conditions, and that does go as far as like y'all's freedom of speech and ability to actually organize in your workplaces and have a say in what's actually happening at like the shop floor, on the trains and buses, and like in your unions. And so for your management to be actively conspiring to hinder your union organizing is totally inappropriate. You know, as a steward of my own union, I know that that's completely out of line, and we know that we have to have workers' backs so that we can transform our transit system and make it something that works for all of us. A strong ATU, a strong and organized ATU means a strong and like organized transit system for all of us. So yeah.
Okay, behind you. Please introduce yourself.
So this is Attorney Hakeem Muhammad, and we strongly believe that this case is in violation of the First Amendment, that this prosecution in and of itself, it stands for, squashing unions, it infringes upon Mr. Slater's constitutional rights, and it should be strongly dismissed.
Thank you. Thank you for all your hard work. Okay, keep the fight going. All right, guys. Very good.
Thanks for coming out.
Oh, my pleasure.
So we'll
Eric,
send
I'd
you the
love to
video.
talk to you when I work for a few minutes.
Okay, and then anyone else want